In this video, I'm going to teach you how to add fractions with unlike denominator. So in the previous video, we had this lesson but with like denominators, but this one will be different. This one will have different denominators. So in this case, we have this. So first, we can factor the denominator of the first fraction, which is this is what we call the difference of two squares. So I have a video that I will link it on the description. So this will be x minus 5 and x plus 5. Why so? Because we're just gonna take the square root, because this is a perfect square number. So we're just gonna take the square root, and then this one will give us x and this one will give us 5. So we need to set up two different parentheses with positive and negative values, which is in this case x minus 5 and x plus 5. Now we can just copy for x and copy the second fraction. Now I'm going to delete that since we need some space. Okay, so here we need to make this, they need to have the same, we need to make them like fractions. So we need x plus 5 on this part of the fraction. So we need to find a way to make them to have the same fraction. So in this case, we need to multiply this by x plus 5. So as you can see, both of them are the same now. See? But we have this rule in algebra that when you multiply the denominator, we need to also multiply the numerator so that we don't change the value of that certain number. We need to only change that so they can have the same. So let's copy this part. And this part will have x minus 5, x plus 5. Now we can use the distributive property. So that 5 times x is 5x, and 5 times 5 is positive 25, right? Now we can combine them. So since we have the same denominator now, we can combine them. We can have 4x minus 5x plus 25. Now we'll have this. So we're just gonna add like terms. 4x plus negative 5x will give us negative x plus 25, and just copy the denominator. So as you can see, this topic is pretty easy. This will be the final answer. Now how about this? This will be a very challenging problem since both of the denominators have all quadratic equations which are different. So we need to factor them first. So how do we factor them? Let's find in fact, if you don't know how to factor quadratic equations, I also have a video on that on the grade 8 playlist. So we have 30. What are the factors of 30 that equals to 11? That will be 6 and 5. 6 times 5 is 30, and 6 plus 5 is positive 11. So we need to find two different factors of 30 that will equal to the middle number of the quadratic equation, but in this case it is 11. So we're just gonna have x plus 6 and x plus 5 as factors. And now let's copy the numerator x. Same goes for this one. We have 5 and x, since we can't really simplify them. So what are the factors of 20 that equals to the factor of, that adds up to 9? So you have 20, that would be 4 and 5, since 5 plus 4 is 9, which is correct, and 4 times 5 is positive 20, so that we have x plus 4 and x plus 5. Now let's find factors of 24 that equals to the factor of 10. So 24, that will equal to 6 and I guess 4. Let's try it. So 6 plus 4 is 10 and 6 times 4 is 24. I'm correct. So that will be x plus 6 and x plus 4. Now, we still have unlike denominators, so we need to make it like. So, as you can see, some of these, like we have x plus 6, we have x plus 6 here, some of them are repeating, so we're just gonna find some factors that are not on a specific fraction. Like for this we have x plus 4 here, but we don't have any x plus 4 here. But for this we have x plus 5 and we have x plus 5 here, so we're not gonna add that. And we have x plus 6 and we have also x plus 6 here, so we're not gonna add that. So if you understand me, we should have this x plus 4 is repeated from this. So what should we add here so that all of them, on this part only, so we should have multiply it by x plus 4 also. When we multiply something below, we also need to multiply it above, so keep that in mind. So next, what factor we don't have in the second fraction here? The factor we don't have in the second fraction is x plus 6. X plus 6. So we're also gonna multiply the top part by x plus 6. Next, what factor we don't have in that one, in this part of the fraction? We don't have x plus 5. So we're gonna add x plus 5 there. Now simply multiply it. As you can see, we have now x plus 4, x plus 4, x plus 4. We also have x plus 6, x plus 6, x plus 6. We also have x plus 5, x plus 5, x plus 5 on all sides of the fraction. So we can now easily put them into a single fraction now. Have x plus 6 plus x plus 4. Don't need a plus sign. X plus 4, x plus 5, x plus 6. Now we need to distribute now. So x times x is x squared. X times 4 is 4x. 5 times x is 5x. And 5 times 6 is 30. X times x is x squared. And 5 times x is 5x. all of them are addition. So let's just add the fractions. So we have x, add the like terms, I mean. So we have x squared plus x squared, that will be 2x squared, 4x plus 5x plus 5x, that will give us 14x and 30, just plus 40, 30. Then copy the denominator part. Now, okay, wait. Now we can factor this one, I guess. So let's find factors of 60 that equals 14. We have 1 and 60, 2 and 30, so we have 3 and 20. Can also have 4 and 60 divided by 4 will give us, I'm gonna need a calculator for that. This video will be not so long. Can we? It's equal to 15. And 5 times 6 divided by 6. 60 divided by 5. Give us 12. 6 and 10. 7 divided by 60 divided by 7. 8 divided by 60 divided by 8. Divided by 9, we can't. And I guess that's all the factors, and some of these factors won't give us the factored form of 2x squared plus 14x plus 30. So I guess this will be the final answer now. Since we can't really simplify, if we need some decimal points, we can solve that using the quadratic formula. But I'm not gonna do that in this video, so this will be the final answer for our solution. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.